Good morning and welcome to the Corona Yoga Challenge. Today is day 162 and we are going to do a nice little bit of morning yoga. So please make sure that you check my website, make sure that you're keeping safe and adapting as you need to, subscribe if you want to, and we're going to start by coming onto your back. So if you want to bring yourself so that you can lie comfortably and have a little bit of space to the sides. So from here you're going to let your knees rock from one side to the other side. So a nice smooth easy movement over the lower back. So just allowing the lower back to start to settle itself and to widen onto the floor. And then you're going to bring both feet onto the floor. You're going to take your hands nice and wide and you're going to step one leg up. So you're going to extend one leg all the way up towards the sky. And then you're going to cross that leg over the other one. So first of all, just settle the back so you feel very, very even, so that even though we've got the legs crossed, the back of the pelvis is still nicely settled onto the floor and the shoulders are nice and even as well. And then from here, you're going to rock over towards the lifted foot so that the lifted foot can just come onto the floor. So we end up with a kind of supported twist. And then from here, you can decide to go further into it if you'd like, or you can stay with that higher position since we're early on and you've maybe not warmed up fully yet. But you can come into a position where it feels good and you feel that you're not overstretching and that you can just gently extend out. And remember that whilst we've got the forward movement of the knee, we'll need to keep the extending out to the hand that we've come away from, so that we're keeping that nice movement coming round through the spine whilst we're here. You're going to bring yourself back up to the centre, lift your hips for a moment and then settle them down again so we spread and widen across the lower back. And then come back to both feet settled on the floor. So we've just moved the pelvis around a bit, the back around, so just notice now, how is the pelvis sitting on the floor for you? And then we're going to lift the other leg up. So the other leg is going to lift up towards the ceiling. We're going to get that feeling of a little bit of space through the back of the leg. And then you're going to fold that leg over the other one. And we're going to go in the direction of the foot. So you're just going to let your foot rest onto the floor, or you can let your foot slide out if you would like. Thinking of that extending out through the knee, out through the shoulder in the opposite direction. So we've got that lovely feeling of the body expanding out in its mild, gentle twist manner. Take an easy breath. And then bring your knees back up into the centre. Same thing, just rest here for a moment, so settle down with the hips. And then press into the standing foot. So lift your hips up, get a nice wide feeling out and across the upper chest. And then settle hips down and onto the floor. Undo your legs so we come back to a nice even position. And take a couple of easy breaths here. And then you're going to bring your feet together and you're going to have your knees together so that you can press down with the feet to lift up with the hips and we can stay really, really wide out across the shoulders. Nice easy breath. And then bring your hips all the way down, settle them onto the floor. And bring your knees up and over your chest again. So a little squeeze in. You're going to bring yourself onto your side and we're going to come up to standing now. So I've got my knees close in. I'm going to take my hand around my knee. I'm going to roll in towards my hand to come onto my side. Take a moment and then press into the hand on the floor to walk yourself up into sitting. We're going to come all the way up to standing and we're going to do that by coming through a forward bend. So if you want to bring yourself into all fours to start with, so from all fours you're going to walk your hands back and up your legs so your hips lift, your knees are going to be a little bit soft. You're going to take your arms onto your thighs so that you can fold forwards easily. And you're going to allow the head to release down so that the back of the neck releases, the chin is tucking in and the body is restful and easy. You're going to bend through your knees, you're going to spread wide through your hands, you're going to stretch all the way up and overhead, and then your hands are going to come down to your heart. You're going to find a comfortable place to stand so you can settle down through the feet. You're looking for a little bit of space between the feet, imagining that the thigh bones and the shin bones were parallel, and that's the sort of distance. So when you come to here, we've got an outward movement of the legs. So sometimes people call this hip width apart because they're thinking about the outsides of their hips. Think of a hip bone or hip joint width apart. So nice and parallel. It's an idea for looking after your body for the long term. So from here, you're going to take a step forward. You're going to take an easy step forward on your mat. You're going to settle down through the back heel. You're going to let your hands rest onto the back of your body, so shoulders release down and away. Spread down through the feet, lift up and forwards through the body. Nice and long through that front leg, so we start to even the pelvis out. And then press down through the feet, bring yourself back up again. And then we're going to swap over so that the other foot is in front. So spread down through that back heel, really make it nice and steady and grounded. Shoulders release down and then lift yourself up and forwards. Same thing, stay steady and then lengthen up through the front leg. Breathe out and then press into your feet to bring yourself up. We're going to come to the first side again, so you're going to take a comfortable step back. Settle down through the feet, get that feeling of a little bit of feeling of life coming up through the legs and underneath the diaphragm area. You're going to let yourself come up and forwards, and then this time, instead of the hands resting onto the back of the body, you're going to take, in fact I'm going to do it from this direction, you're going to take your hands behind so they can connect with one another, and you're just going to lift your hands up and forwards. So you're just going to make lots of space, and remember to get the feeling of the shoulders moving away from your face, even while the hands come further up. And then press into the feet, lift yourself back up, and come back to standing. Let your hands come out, let your body relax. And then we're going to come to the opposite side. So a comfortable step back. Actually for this one, taking a wider step is sometimes more easy because you've got more space to move. You're going to let your hands come onto the back of your body. Shoulders lean up and forwards. Steady through the legs, and then you're going to link in with the hands. You're going to lift up and get a feeling that the shoulders move away from the face even though the hands are lifting upwards. And then your hands are just going to move to wherever is comfortable for you. Press down with the feet, bring yourself back up and back to standing. So back to easy settled feet. We're going to come down to the floor now, so if you want to bring yourself to a comfortable sitting position with your legs out in front. That's a little bit low. So you're going to start with your legs out in front, and you're going to pick one leg up. You're going to take your hand around your heel and around your knee, or it can be around your shin if you prefer.